what's going on? Do you really know what's going on with the gaming industry? It's just getting bad by each day. One leak sending out information about another game or another company versus another leak coming out in basically sharing game files and stuff that a game was going to have ever since its initial launch that never came for tuition. So now you got the Insomniac games that leaked about a week or two ago with games from Insomniac from Sony that are now pretty much like confirmed at this point, with games coming out in the next like pretty much decade at this point, for like the next 9 years or so. Now there just keeps coming even more stuff, and 2023 is coming to an end right now. We only have 3 full days left of the year, and gaming has just been like not the same, especially with all of these leaks from different countless of people and journalists and companies and whatnot. Like, if you take back for an example this summer, the FTC leaked Microsoft's plans out. Now a company basically leaked out Sony's, information of Insomniac games. Now, better yet, now we have GTA 5's source code that now gives us all of the details and all the files, including Bully 2, Agent, and the 8 single-player story expansions, as well as a Liberty City map expansion that was, however, indeed becoming to GTA 5 at some point. I just do not know what is going on with the gaming or with, just people in general. Like, there's always something going on that somebody is either mad about something or what, whether it be at Sony, at Microsoft, at freaking Rockstar, this and that. And it's just, what in the world is going on? Like, why can't people just be happy and just enjoy the games that are out and wait for the future projects that do, become successful and come, new games? Like, I can understand the GTA 5, source code and whatever. That I actually will believe, or not believe, but I would actually be with people that are disappointed with it. But it's just like the FTC being mad at Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard when Microsoft has literally told them countless of times that Sony is just being stupid and they're not going to take big games like Call of Duty and such from PlayStation because it sells well. Microsoft wants the profits. They are not going to freaking take games like that away from especially a platform that it sells the best on. That's revenue Microsoft's losing. And then freaking these idiots that wanted $2 million from Sony be like, oh, yep, if you don't get it, we're going to leak your list of games from Insomniac Games out. And Sony said no, so they decided to just be like, all right, we're sharing out private information to all you. Like, 2023 has just been a mess. It's literally just been a freaking mess at this point. And something just needs to get settled. But let's go on ahead and let's show you the latest leak of the GTA 5 source code, and especially all of the DLC that was going to be coming to the game itself. Alright, so this is on Game Rant, and it states, Grand Theft Auto 5 leak reviews 8 cancel single-player DLCs. The leak of Grand Theft Auto 5's source code reviews the existing of 8 cancel single-player DLCs for the game. So, yeah. A new Grand Theft Auto leak, blah, 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 which is pretty much all we read. that were at one point in development after the leak of GTA 5 source code. More details are emerging about what Rockstar has planned for the game over the last decade, which it's 10 years old at this point. Single-player DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5 has always been a huge point of contention among the game's community. Some prefer the focus on the game's online portion, while others are disappointed that the the adventures of Trevor, Franklin, and Michael were never followed up on, especially given the quality of Grand Theft Auto 4's DLCs, The Lost in the Dam, and The Ballad of Gay Tony. There were plenty of storylines that would have made great for Grand Theft Auto 5 single-player DLC, but the recent announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6, it seems it will always remain one of gaming's great what-ifs. Oh, yeah, I didn't get that part. One of gaming's great what-ifs or whatever. So, yeah, I can understand, like, why there are some people that are absolutely, like, are disappointed with this. Now, honestly, what I think Rockstar could have done is they could have done both sides. But no, Rockstar, however, noticed that the money was getting, made, so they decided to pretty much stick with online. But I personally think that Rockstar should have done one story mode for GTA 5, and then for the rest of the year, do, like, maybe 1, 2, possibly 3 updates for online, but make, like, like a decent small, story expansion of GTA 5, like, let's say, Trevor gets married, or something, the life of Trevor, just a thought out there to give you, but they could have done something like that, and seeing if Trevor might fix himself up and get married or something, and maybe only do, like, 20 or 30 missions. People would have absolutely loved that, including just story mode, people out there, story mode gamers that don't play for the online. They would absolutely appreciate that, because, I mean, the GTA 4's DLCs don't have that very many missions, but they still take, like, at least a couple to a few hours to complete. That's what they honestly could have done with this, personally. But we'll continue. As a report by Insider Gaming, the leak of Grand Theft Auto 5 source code includes references to 8 single-player DLC expansions for the game, which were canceled in favor of further updates to GTA Online. I mumbled there for a second. While the leak has uncovered plenty of early assets for the game, the discovery is arguably the most interesting of all. After the release of GTA 5 in 2013, Rockstar spoke openly in blog posts about plans for single-player DLCs, but no official announcement was ever made about specific content. This shows that a huge plans were in motion at one point in time. And here is the list of, it looks like, the single-player DLC expansions, what they were going to be called. So, it looks like one is called Single-Player Assassination Pack. Well, we're not going to put that. Manhunt Pack, Norman Pack, Agent Trevor, which, like I mentioned, Trevor getting married for an example and seeing if he can change his ways, making a storyline like that. That also makes sense of what I was talking about right there, but, probably different. But it's with Trevor. But it says Agent Trevor, Relationship Pack. Now, that one would definitely be a very, very interesting one to honestly see. That one I can honestly see would have been a better storyline for basically Franklin to see if he would change his ways for the one lady that he was technically with that doesn't want to be with him. I know it's just, it's funny, but that one made perfect sense for basically Franklin, and that's honestly what they could have done. And then the Enterprise Pack, and then the Prologue DLC, and then here's where things get very interesting, and it says Liberty 5 DLC. right there, meaning that there would have been a storyline on Liberty City, but also the map expansion would have been added to the game, and people would have loved that. I was really looking forward to getting, a map expansion to basically expand GTA 5's map. Now, I know some people are in the comments are probably not going to like this, but if Rockstar at least did a Liberty City, basically map expansion that was planned, honestly, people probably wouldn't be as upset about GTA 6 taking like forever and possibly even more longer. But now, like that point says up there, since Grand Theft Auto 6 is now official and it's already showed off, now there's no point of even, doing anything for GTA 5 at this point. Now it's just worried about focusing on the future. Now, I do think that Rockstar probably will expand the map because it has been rumored for quite some time now that Rockstar is going to support GTA 6 for a very, very long time. However, probably longer than GTA 5. And there's rumors that they're going to basically expand the map and keep adding on to it, which is going to be a freaking deal breaker that honestly people would be very, very excited for. And then all they can do is just update the graphics, add new story mode, basically wait for a next generation, re-release it like they done with GTA 5, but like add an extra story mode to it and just put GTA 7 taking place in this city or whatever. I mean, that's honestly what they could do, and they would be still making billions of dollars, probably even more. But let's continue. So it says, some of the names of the canceled single-player DLC stand out. Instantly, the Prologue DLC may have been seeing players go back in time to explore what happened in the lead-up to the game's iconic Prologue. Now, that's another good, interesting one, because when you play the Prologue, you play up in North Yankton, as most of you that watch this video already know. Hell, there's nobody else that has not played GTA 5, literally, at least the first part of the story at this point. So, there's no, pretty much, spoiling on this right now, because everybody's played the game at this point, at least. So, when you beat the Prologue, you're basically like 10, 20 so years in the future from Michael and all of them getting old. Now, see, that would have been another good story mode to put on there to see what happens between Michael, Trevor, and such between the beginning of the Prologue up to their current age in GTA 5's main story mode. That would have been a good one to basically entice people to see how the story continues, what happened between that time. So, while Liberty 5 implies that players would have been on their way to Liberty City for another adventure, as recently as last year, Liberty City DLC has been rumored for GTA Online. While this is yet to come to fruition, these leaks suggest that some of the work has already been done on Liberty City over the past decade. Agent Trevor is the only overt, I don't know who the heck put that, reference to the trio of the protagonists, but it would be surprising if Franklin and Michael were not involved in the previous DLC plans. So, yeah, right there is pretty much the storyline DLCs and even freaking Liberty City map expansion that was basically canceled. So, yeah, I just don't know what is going on with just gamers just being mad at individual, companies, and just the whole freaking FTC, Sony over, the Activision Blizzard deal, and then freaking these, journalists or company or whatever that freaking threatened Sony to give them $2 million, and then they didn't, so they leaked out Insomniac Games. I mean, this is just going to continue to happen, and it's been happening for pretty much years at this point. But 2023 absolutely seems like it has been the worst when it comes to future games and just consoles and console manufacturers, like future leak information that has been given out to the public, like the Microsoft leaks about, the refresh Xbox Series X that's supposed to come out next year in holiday season. That's supposed to be a 2 terabyte but a digital only Series X, and then Microsoft's plans for the next gen in 2028, and then now, like I stated, Sony's Insomniac Games with games like Wolverine, Spider-Man 3, Ratchet and Clank, and just countless of other games from Insomniac Games coming out in the future, and then now Grand Theft Auto 5's source code and plans that they were originally going to do. So the only thing I could be, the only thing is what I'm trying to say, I can understand people being disappointed with, is the DLCs that Rockstar was supposed to do for GTA 5 with this. But, plans with Microsoft and Insomniac Games, that's stuff that just, I don't know. Stuff that's not really, disappointed. People really wouldn't be disappointed because, now we know the list of some new big popular Sony first-party games from Insomniac. We know the list of games that are coming from them in the next few years. And then Microsoft's plans with the freaking Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S refreshes and even their next generation. So, I don't know. 2023 has just been a very, very interesting year in gaming with all of these leaks and private leaks information that's given us, information on consoles and the next set of games for the next several years, and even details of, a game such as Grand Theft Auto 5 with plans that were originally going to happen. Yeah. And then there's quite a few other things that also has happened just as well. And honestly, it's been pretty much happening a lot this month. Insomniac Games, GTA 5 source code, and then one or two other big leaks has basically happened. And I don't know who the heck is doing this, but you seriously need to get a life. If you are just got to be mad, or you just got to leak out and, hack into freaking these companies is source codes and find out what their list of games are, or, hack Sony, this and that, you seriously just need to get a life. You just seriously need to get a freaking life. So, but, hope you enjoyed that rant, but this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. 2023 in the gaming industry has been on a completely different ball game. So, rate and comment and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Leave us your comment down in the comment section down below of your thoughts with all of this BS of future information leaks on consoles, games, and, companies wanting to sue Microsoft for the Activision Blizzard deal, and then suing Sony for not paying them $2 million and the GTA 5 source code. Yeah, so just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will catch you on the next one. Interesting end of the year 2023, hasn't it? We will see you on the next one. Peace out.